and Brittany Mycor. I really want to thank both of you for your continued support this organization. Okay, now I want to begin with our opening reflection. Chaplain, can you lead us into that, and then turn us over for the Pledge of Allegiance?
I can do that. Before I begin, Shana Tova. You guys don't know what Shana Tova means, but it means Happy New Year! Woo! Rosh Hashanah is the New Year in Judaism. The biblical name for the holiday is Yom Teruah. Forgive me if I mispronounced that incorrectly, but it is the first of the high holidays specified in Leviticus chapter 23, verse 23 to 25, that occurs in the late summer, early autumn of the Northern Hemisphere. Rosh Hashanah begins with the 10 days of repentance, culminating in Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement. This year, Rosh Hashanah, or sounding of the ram's horn, starts Monday, yesterday, at sunset, and it goes until sundown on Wednesday the 24th, which is tomorrow. It is a time for personal reflection, atonement, and for gathering with family and friends, and to wish everybody a good, happy New Year. So, and they also celebrate this holiday with eating apples, honey, pomegranates, and challah bread. I don't know if I said that correctly. Challah. I'm sorry. Thank you so kindly. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this beautiful New Year's. We're celebrating the year of 2025. Thank you for all these family and friends and veterans that have gathered here, and this wonderful for the Veterans Assistance Commission of Cook County. We ask for a special blessing upon the officers and the members of this beautiful organization. We ask a special blessing for Cook County and for the United States of America. We ask for funding for our organization, Heavenly Father. We ask for all blessings for our veterans, Heavenly Father. We ask all this in your great name. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Now, I guess I'm going to move my hats now. I apologize. And we'll either just flag in the back or just flag here. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, gentlemen. You can cover and sit. Sorry. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Chaplain. Chaplain, thank the hearts and prayer. Okay, moving on. Minutes from June 2025 membership meeting have been distributed. Are there any corrections needed to be made?
I got some.
Any corrections? Art.
The chaplain's name is spelled Ale. His last name is Ake, A-K-E.
Okay, that will be corrected.
I got it. Sorry, Kev.
That's all right. I drank an ale.
And the same with my name, misspelled, under my report. It's okay up on the very top.
Oh, I don't have it. Where?
It's at the top, okay, under the officers.
Your name?
Yeah, under my report, it's misspelled.
Okay.
And I have a question about paragraph D.
Hang on, let me get my.
Jim, you want a copy?
I got over here somewhere. There it is. Oh, okay, I got it.
Did you turn it on?
Paragraph B?
D. Hello, test.
Go ahead, Robert, I'm sorry.
Paragraph D, under paragraph D, it mentions the president sworn Mr. Jacobson as a VACC deputy superintendent, whereas our bylaws in section 10 states that the title is assistant superintendent. So there's a conflict. I'm not sure if that title is submitted to the county as deputy or assistant superintendent. Maybe I could get clarification from Superintendent Silver.
So I believe I overheard most of it, Robert, but we submitted the job description as deputy superintendent, and he has been introduced as deputy superintendent. So if it says assistant, then that may be a typo within the bylaws.
Okay, then, is it because the county required that for the job duties of the individual responsibilities? The title be that name for the deputy?
The question is, did they add deputy superintendent to the job description, job title, because of his duty description,
Right.
and his role and
That's
his
right.
responsibilities?
For the pay and all
For the
that?
pay and everything.
No, as a commission, we presented the position as deputy superintendent
Okay.
moving forward.
Okay, so we either need to make a correction to the minutes or the bylaws. It just largely depends. We can,
Yes, if the bylaws aren't matching the job description, we'll be modifying the bylaws to reflect his
so you
current job
want
description.
to bypass the change today, is what you're saying?
Say again,
You suggest we bypass the change,
I guess change to the minutes.
or you want to leave it as
No,
is?
we could amend are you talking about the minutes?
From the June meeting?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, so, yes, we could modify the minutes to reflect his
It
job.
should be deputy instead of assistant, is
Yes.
that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's titled that way with the county, but not our bylaws. So if we establish a bylaw committee, whether today or another day, I hope today, the bylaw committee can address that and change the bylaws, and we can leave the minutes as is.
Okay, good. I think the minutes are correct, right? In terms of the county?
Well, she introduced, he was introduced as deputy, so, that was a reflection of the minutes, and they're correct. So I would suggest that we just leave it there, unless anybody else objects. I won't go into it. I would just,
No, I'm gonna mark it for the bylaws committee to deal with that.
yeah, I got a list of things for it. Anyway, and the name misspellings have already been mentioned that I also found. Under item 7 in the bylaws, under the minutes, President Gutierrez under item 6, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. It says VACC Office Reports, paragraph D. Mr. Jacobson was sworn in as the VACCC Deputy Superintendent. I brought an issue up with the President regarding that matter, and under his direction, he contacted the attorney, and he suggested we just deal with that at a separate meeting of the bylaw committee, so they can resolve some issues in there that need to be resolved. So I won't make any motion. I was going to make a motion to change the minutes, but since we're going to allow the bylaw committee to do so, I would like to move that we, I'll wait till the bylaws if you want to make a motion for committee.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna bring that up once we got the bylaws.
And I think the last item I have, under item 16, good of the order, was discussion at our last meeting among members regarding replacement of an at-large board member by appointment. I just wanted to inform the membership that there's no provision whatsoever regarding appointments for anyone who fails to fulfill the full year of their commitment. So that's something which the bylaw committee, there's nothing that prohibits the appointments or allows for it. But that's something that needs to be addressed by the bylaw.
That's already on the list of the bylaw committee.
And that's all I have for the minutes. Thank you.
Thank you, Robert. Okay, just so you guys know, I do plan on bringing this up to the executive board during our executive board meeting next week. And then we will readdress it at our upcoming meeting, at our next meeting.
So we did have a motion to approve the minutes?
Yeah, do we have a motion to approve minutes as they stand?
Art, thank you.
Motion to approve the minutes as amended.
As amended, correct.
Second motion.
Okay.
Bill
Art?
seconds.
Somebody in the front row, give me a second.
Second?
Thank you.
Chappie.
Chappie?
Yeah, thank you. I know better, somebody in the back row I can never understand, so thank you.
Okay, since the minutes as amended have been motioned and seconded, we'll move on to the voice vote. All in favor of approving minutes as amended, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Any abstentions? Okay, the minutes are approved as corrected. Next, public comment. The floor is now open for public comment on items not on the agenda. Please state your name before speaking, and remember, you have 3 minutes to talk. Art.
On October 11th, I'm not sure where I should stand to be heard best. Maybe I stand over here.
You got 3 minutes.
People will hear me better from both front and back of the room. The Vietnam Veterans of America, Chapter 311, along with the American Legion, will be dedicating a monument to the victims of Agent Orange. This monument will be dedicated October 11th at 11 a.m. at Lake Park, Lake Opeka in Des Plaines. This is approximately the corner of where Higgins Road, Tooley Avenue, and Lee Street come together. About 2 blocks north of that intersection is where the Lake Park Pavilion is located. There's already a number of monuments there to various veterans who gave their lives during previous wars. But this monument will be dedicated at 11 o'clock in the morning on October 11th. You're all invited to attend and spread the word to your friends and your fellow veterans. Any questions? Thank you.
What's in the minute?
Thank you, Art. Next.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Dennis J.
Name and post, please.
Dennis J. Chavez, Post 104, Chilla Park.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. Could you-
Dennis Chavez, Chilla Park, 104. Post 104. Okay, real quick. You have the Veterans Crisis Line, which is on this pamphlet as well. They give you the card as well. There's also something I know that I just came across. It's called TEX. It's called from Cook County Sheriff's Inpatient and Outpatient Placement, Family and Care Support, Medical Assistant Treatment, the shot to do overdose, I guess, mental health services, crisis intervention, detox services. So, before calling 911, you call a police officer and they will assist you in your crisis, PTSD, family disturbance. So this way, instead of 16 pages of a narrative, you're in trouble, you get maybe a 1 page, and hopefully the facts will be known and true, and you have justice, and you have somebody that's actually listening to you instead of spread your legs, what kind of weapons you have, and then you go to jail. So this is another way to de-escalate the situation. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Dennis. Anybody else? Anybody else? Floor is still open for public comment.
Good evening, Eric Armstrong, Cook County Director of Veteran Affairs. Also on October
Excuse me,
11th.
Eric,
Yeah,
I'm
sorry.
sorry, you gotta look at, I can't hear you.
Eric Armstrong, Cook County.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem. Once again, it's my 3rd time here, so I don't feel like a guest anymore. And I also have my Deputy Director, Vanessa Walters, here as well. On October 11th, we'll talk about that. We'll also have an event at the Brookfield Zoo. It's our Cook County Veteran Affairs Veteran Resource Fair. And so for all veterans and their families that are accompanying them, so in the car with them, it is free to come to the Discovery Center. And so I will send the flyer to you all via email, so you have that as well to distribute. And so we'll have veteran service organizations there, veteran service officers. We'll also have a light lunch we'll provide as well, so this is free. The Brookfield Zoo costs for an adult $29.95. Parking at one of the lots is $17, other lot is $20. This is free, so that's almost a $50 value per person coming into the Brookfield Zoo.
The whole car?
The whole car.
And what day is this?
October 11th. So it's from noon.
Saturday, Sunday?
Saturday, October 11th, from noon to 3 p.m. And so we'll have the food till it runs out. And so I'm gonna send the invitation, the flyer to them so it can be disseminated, and just register on the link so we can have a good count of how people we're gonna be feeding out there. Look forward to seeing you all. Also, if you might have pets in here, dogs, animals, great. Vets and Pets with our animal and rabies control will take place at the Crestwood Robbins Armory on October 18th, starting at 9 o'clock in the morning. 9? Yes, 9. And so that's where they give free shots to your animals on that day. And then we're going back to the Kedzie Armory for the same event for Vets and Pets on October 25th.
What day is 18th?
Both of those are Saturday, I'm sorry. 18th is Saturday, and the 25th is Saturday. Yes, sir. So Vets and Pets, and so just an opportunity trying to have events spread out and opportunities that are free to give services to you all. So thank you for your time. Thank you.
Thank you, Director. Floor is still open for public comment or any stand up?
Jim Schultz, Post 66, AMVETS. One of my other hats that I wear is I'm a volunteer with ESGR, Employer Support of the Guard and Reserve. It's a Department of Defense initiative, a division of the Department of Defense. We are a local volunteer organization that works with Guard members and their employers, explaining to both what their obligations are to one another. We attend yellow ribbon ceremonies, and we also are very positive forward in presenting awards to employers based on input from their employees on how they supported them. The issue is we're running low on volunteers. We're all getting a little long in tooth, and we need more volunteers because we're running around all over the state. I had a guy in Genoa City yesterday. He's at a Walmart distribution center someplace downstate today. I'll be in Chicago tomorrow. I live at the north end up in Lake County, but that's another story. Anyway, we're all running around and we could use some additional support. So if anyone is interested in ESGR, being a volunteer, please come up and contact me and I'll get you more information. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Schultz, would you be able to quickly explain the time commitment for that?
I'm sorry?
The time commitment for that.
It can vary. I spent 9 hours both Thursday and Friday working the Illinois Municipal League show, but that's a rarity. Usually it's 1, 2, 3 hours a month handing out these awards because we try and keep it relatively local to where you're at. If you're on the south side, we get you the guys that are on the south side. If you're on the north side, try and do that.
Okay, so it shouldn't be an issue for someone with a 9 to 5.
No, you can pick times that are on weekends or evenings. Tomorrow night I'm giving one at the Jewel Lasco at Harlem and Foster at 7 o'clock. 7 p.m.
So yes, if anybody's interested in ESGR, please talk to Mr. Schultz after this meeting. Anybody else for open public comment?
Hi, everybody. My name is Kevin Ake, and I've been the chaplain here for the Veterans Assistance Commission for quite some time. But September 11th, I decided to announce my candidacy for U.S. Congress. Raj is leaving the 8th District. Everybody knows Raj. He's on every freaking TV. You can turn on the TV, and he's got a $3 million war chest. He's went from 10 years being in Congress. He's going up to the Senate. But that leaves the seat wide open. There are 10 Democrats currently running for the seat and 3 Republicans, and I am one of the 3 Republicans. There's Mark Rice, Jen Davis, and myself. So if Raj is in your district and you vote for him, you're not going to be voting for him now, I'd appreciate your vote. And if you're a Republican, I'd appreciate if you come up and sign my petition to get on the ballot. Thank you very much, and I appreciate your vote if you see my name, Kevin A. Thank you so kindly.
Thank you, Kevin. Good luck.
Thanks.
Anybody else? Anybody else for public comment? Okay, moving on to the treasurer's report, governance report, Treasurer Arciola.
Okay, just a brief synopsis of what happened what I've done over the last couple months since we met last. I was involved with the Attorney General presentation a few weeks ago. He made a presentation on VACC monies, and according to the MVAA, on his own. I guess he was on his lunch hour because he wasn't identifying himself really as the AG. However, he was introduced as the AG, and nevertheless, it was a very informative meeting, and I encourage everybody, if you see something like that come to your email, where you can get well informed on issues to help you understand more about the MVAA, whether it's funding or any other issue related to MVAA, the Military Veterans Assistance Act. That's our governing document, our Bible, so to speak, to help guide us in making proper decisions for the benefit of veterans in Cook County. I encourage you all to get involved in it if you can. I don't know whether they left the video on anywhere or not, but if there is one, I'll try to bring it to the body's attention next time we meet. I find out about that. I've been a little bit busy, so with some health issues, I was discussing earlier with a few gentlemen here in the membership about what happened with me. So I was unable to get, and I was unable to connect with Superintendent Soto to get the monies that which she had for me to deposit to the Fifth Bank that we have for the 501c3 membership side. So our balance from the last meeting to today is still the same as $5,028.57. I do have $27 cash and whatever else Superintendent Soto has for me to deposit. Not sure she has it with her tonight or not, but I will be sure to deposit that, and I'll give you a refreshed document for the record. The Fifth Third Bank does not give any statements out if there's no activity within the month. So once I make the deposits, I'll get a fresh activity report. And that really concludes my report, that's all. Unless there's any questions.
Yeah, we got that, but then shrink that off for a minute.
Okay, you've heard your treasurer's report. Are there any questions? Okay, if not, the report will just be placed on file. Do we have to? Okay, it'll just be placed on file if there are any questions. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Appreciate it, Treasurer Arciola. Next, we will hear our superintendent with her report.
All right, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Thank you very much for attending this evening, taking time out of your day to, I apologize, you can't hear me in the back, Mr. Bosco. Good to go now? Thank you. All right, well, I'll say it again. Good evening, Mr. Bosco. Good evening. Thank you again, everyone, for attending this evening. I know you're taking time out of your personal day to hear about all of the updates on the VACCC, and we sincerely appreciate your dedication to our organization. I wanted to thank all of the familiar faces that are joining us tonight, and also those who are new. So we'll get right into this report. As tradition, I'd like to begin with a brief reminder of the Veterans Assistance Commission of Cook County's mission as outlined by the Military Veterans Assistance Act to ensure that just, necessary, and needed assistance and services are provided to military veterans who have served in the United States Armed Forces. Tonight we will be providing an overview of the VACC's operations during the third quarter. The presentation will highlight updates on the expanded office staff, the expansion of VACC offices throughout Cook County, a review of the third quarter financial reports, our VACC final FY26 budget request, updates from our outreach department, and a preview of a new program that will be coming soon to the VACCC. So during the third quarter, our office was delighted and very fortunate to welcome Ms. Justina Berry as our newest manager of Veteran Services. A well-known and recognized subject matter expert in the VA claims arena with prior experience at the Department of Veterans Affairs. She brings a wealth of knowledge and expertise that is strengthening our team and services we are providing. So with Ms. Berry's addition, our staff grew to a total of 10 dedicated members in the third quarter at the VACC office. And at this time, I would actually like to invite Ms. Berry to say a few words to introduce herself.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Justina Berry. I'm an Army veteran, prior military police. I served in Iraq. After service, I found myself serving veterans again at the Department of Veterans Affairs, specifically the Veterans Health Administration as VA Police. Sorry. And then shortly thereafter, I got into the Veterans Benefits Administration, where I assisted veterans with filing their claims, processing their claims, rating their claims, and then I moved on to a leadership role at the public contact team. I do see quite a few familiar faces here from people that I've served. As a VSO manager, I'm hoping that we can grow our department and really assist the veterans of Cook County to get the benefits that they have earned and deserve. This is the best and most noble job I've ever had in my whole life. And I hope that our team can help you guys and help the Cook County veterans really get those benefits. We will fight for you through appeals. We will fight with you to get the intensive files going, to get you everything that you deserve to get. There's plenty of benefits. There's too many underserved communities. We hope to get the word out through our outreach team and in partnership with the VSO department so that everybody's taken care of, because these benefits, as you guys know, it's not only about you, it's also about taking care of your families. And we're just here to support you guys. If there's anything I can do, you guys will probably have my contact information. And if you guys know any veterans that need help, please don't hesitate, reach out. We'll be reaching out also through our robust outreach program. And I'm just so happy to be here. I'm happy to serve you guys. And if there's anything you guys need, I'm right here for you guys. Thank you.
Amen.
I just hope that you recognize these faces from service and not for rescuing them.
No, there was one. No, I'm just kidding. Chuck.
At this time, I would like to invite our president, Mr. Frank Gutierrez, to perform the swearing ceremony for Ms. Berry.
If you could please stand right there. Raise your right hand and affirm after me. Justina Berry, on this 23rd day of September, do you solemnly affirm that you will support and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Illinois?
I do.
That you will faithfully discharge the duties of the Deputy Superintendent of the Veterans Assistance Commission of Cook County to the best of your abilities?
I will.
That
You mean the DSO?
Did we fire Grant?
Oh, as you were.
The manager of veteran
I'm just
services.
reading the,
That's understandable.
okay.
I won't.
As you were, okay. That you will faithfully discharge your duties of the Veterans Assistance Commission of Cook County to the best of your ability.
I will.
That you will uphold and advance the mission of the Veterans Assistance Commission of Cook County,
I will.
ensuring that no veteran in Cook County is left behind.
I will.
That you will advocate for and safeguard the rights, the benefits, and the dignity of all veterans and their families.
I will.
That you will work diligently to connect veterans with the care, services, and support they have rightfully earned.
I will.
And that you will execute these duties with honor, integrity, and commitment to those who have served this nation.
I will.
Well, congratulations to the team.
One more.
I know, do you guys ever watch Ron Burgundy, Anchorman? If it's on the teleprompter, I'm going to read it.
All right, thank you so much. So now moving on to a quick update of the new VAC locations. For the Rolling Meadows Courthouse, we remain in the planning phases, so we're still working closely with the Cook County Facilities Management as well as the real estate team, just to address some necessary structural updates to ensure that the space meets our VAC needs. So at this time, we anticipate that an official opening will occur in FY26. Alternatively, we are now, though, in the final stages before officially opening up our new location at 69 West Washington, the George Dunn Building. We'll be on the 14th floor. The last step here will be the installation of our carpeting, and once that is completed, after which we'll be able and ready to move in. So please keep an eye out on your emails. We will be inviting the entire VAC membership to enjoy our grand opening. So moving on to the third quarter financials, the following slides will provide a detailed breakdown of our expenditures. With the first slide focusing on personnel services, which highlights staff salaries, fringe benefits staff salaries and the fringe benefits that occurred from June through August. This next slide highlights our office operations and maintenance expenditures, which includes costs related to legal services, staff training, postage, and other operational and maintenance expenses. And finally, we come to the highlight of this entire report, the direct disbursement. So this slide showcases the tremendous progress we made in delivering emergency financial assistance to veterans across Cook County. So in the third quarter, we achieved yet another historical milestone by providing a grand total of $93,844.32 in direct financial assistance in the month of August alone. So, amount of emergency financial assistance that in our history of the VAC we have ever expended to our Cook County veteran community, and that was just in 1 month. But in total, we expended $221,428.70 in support of 990 veterans, including 205 veterans, which were completely new to the VAC. So this is absolutely amazing work that the VAC staff is just accomplishing, from our executive board to our commission members who are advocating for the support for veterans to come in and receive this, from our outreach team, our manager, our deputy superintendent, our VSOs out in the field, our staff, Vanessa Meadows, Peter Bensek, Crystal Shaw, who unfortunately are not here, Coral Duarte. They are all participating in this amazing work that we're accomplishing for our veteran community. So I hope that we can give them a quick round of applause. I know they're watching online right now. The next two slides provide a snapshot of our quarter-over-quarter progress, highlighting the significant growth and increases we've achieved. So this is actually something you viewed at the last membership meeting. Now, this past third quarter reflected substantial expansion in VAC support to veterans. with an overall assistance rising from 30.3% compared to Q2. We observed strong growth in mortgage, food, and personal hygiene aid, while rent, gas, and water assistance declined. However, these changes highlighted both the evolving needs of our veteran community, and our office utilizes this data to adapt the support that we offer to ensure comprehensive assistance is continuously provided at each quarter. So now moving on to the final FY26 budget request. So displayed here on this slide was our original FY26 organizational chart. Also displayed, it includes our FY25 current full-time employees, or FTEs, and it also shows our FY26 initial request for an additional 21 FTEs, which would have brought our total request to 36 FTEs going into FY26. However, Cook County did respond with a revised organizational chart that carries over our current 15 FTEs from FY25 and grants us an additional 5 total FTEs, for a total of 20. So 20 FTEs will be what we are going into FY26. So within our original request, we have proposed a total of 17 veteran service officers, while the county's organizational chart reflects only a total of 9 VSOs. However, our office will be consolidating our VSO and our outreach departments, and this consolidation will allow us to add 3 additional VSOs onto the roles, with the addition of myself and the deputy superintendent as currently accredited VSOs. We will actually be entering the FY26 budget with a total of 15 accredited VSOs onto our roles, so it's not too far off of our original request. So while it may appear that we did not receive everything we initially requested, we are still receiving a substantial compromised benefit with not just our org chart, but also our budget. And I'm confident that by strategically organizing and utilizing the positions granted, we will still be able to accomplish all of our goals in FY26. And so, before I move into the FY26 budget request, I'd like to briefly review our current available funds. So our original granted budget for FY27 was $2.7 million. For FY25 was $2.7 million, of which at the close of the third quarter, which was on August 31st, we have expended $1.5 million, leaving approximately $1.6 million still available for use from now until the end of this quarter, which will close our fiscal year.
In a couple of days?
No, our fiscal year ends in November, so we have a couple months left. And as we move into FY26, it's important to note that the county has recognized the challenges we have faced this year, and their support continues to grow. So for FY26, they have recommended an additional $630,000, which will bring our total FY26 budget to $3,349,846 for FY26. And
repeat that number again.
It's $3,349,846. And while this is less than our original request of $5.5 million, we have achieved several wins. One, the county has agreed to fully fund 6 out of 12 line items exactly as we requested, and as you can view here on this slide. So please do note that the travel expenses were significantly reduced compared to our original request, which included a request for funding for 7 vehicles. And this adjustment does not negatively impact our budget, as the funding for vehicles is expended from an alternate account through the county, and it is important to acknowledge that these funds are not being denied, just reduced in that line item. So, additionally, although the county steering committee approved 6 vehicles instead of 7, this still represents a meaningful gain for our operations and is still a positive outcome and another win for the VACCC in FY26. So after consulting with our executive board and our legal counsel, I'm moving to recommend moving forward with the proposed $3.3 million budget the county is presenting, which would be the largest budget ever granted to the VAC in our entire history of our organization. And while these funds and with these funds and your continued support, we will be able to continue to expand services, enhance programs, and further impact the veteran community across the county. And while we will be agreeing to a compromise, I recommend that we use FY26 to fully demonstrate the needs of our community by strategically expending the entire approved budget so that we can provide absolute and clear justification to request even more funding for our veteran community in FY27. So now moving on to our departmental reports, the VSO report will actually be given and issued at the next Cook County Commissioner meeting coming up here in October. So with this, I'm going to turn over the microphone to our VACCC Manager of Veterans Communications and Outreach, Mr. Connor Interest. I think it's a good time to stop there. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Can you hear me well now?
Yeah.
Perfect, thank you. All right, so I'll get started and I'll try and keep this brief. So just to reintroduce what our strategic objectives are as a department, just for those who are new here, to summarize, our responsibility as an outreach team is to try and basically go out in the community and look for underserved veterans in the community that are looking for our services. Using data-driven metrics and analysis, we usually go for places across Cook County that basically are seeking the services. In this case, how we do so is going to be through our Vet Connect program, Vet Talk, traditional outreach events, social media. If we can talk to them in person, over the phone, via email, or through a Facebook post, we are going to try and bring all these services out to them directly to try and assist. So just to kind of highlight a couple things that we've been conducting, at least in this quarter, we've actually started to try and use QR codes and QR data to basically, or QR code data to try and at least track a lot of the veterans that we're assisting directly in the community or seeking our services. With that in mind, we have kind of created available space for our intake program, our social media platform, or our online presence to be kind of available and circulating in the community. You've probably actually seen it through our cards up there in front. But anyone who picks up that card and scans it can actually use any of our services anywhere in this case. Since we started it this quarter, we've had at least 348, or excuse me, in general, we've had about 194 QR code scans specifically for our webpage, 116 for our Facebook page. That's on top of all those that are used for the intake form registration as well, which we started last quarter. Honestly, it's been fantastic. It's a great way for us to gather up data to kind of do analysis about what we're doing and what areas across Cook County desperately need our services. It also kind of breaks down the demographic as well so that we can kind of parcel and analyze this data to be able to help our veterans more effectively. To that point, the intake system that we created mid-last quarter has been still conducted, at least in the field. How that works is that either our personnel will go out there in basically our office hours, out in the events itself. Anytime that we assist them, that we have them scan a QR code that basically goes through this intake process, tracking what information or what services they need. This is also something we can do online. So with this data, we've had about 348 individuals scan this intake code and ask for these services. As you can probably see here, it's a little hard for me, it's a little small here. But filing a claim is at least 231 veterans who've requested assistance for filing a claim, which goes directly to our VSOs. Same thing in regards to VA benefits, our rent and mortgage assistance, food assistance, you name it, whatever service we have, it's tracked on here. And if it's a general question about resources that exist out in the public, we also track that and we assist them directly with it. Now, just to break down the data for this quarter, it's pretty simple. On the left side, you can see what the Q3 or quarter 3 engagement metrics are in comparison to the previous quarter, Q2. So, looking at this, we've had a total of, and just to kind of break it down, last quarter, 37 events that were conducted in total. In comparison to this one, we've doubled that to 61. For the number of office hour visits we had 2 in the previous quarter. We have doubled, or at least exceeding that metric to 32. With our events, general events, and this is kind of just more of our, like, let's say, claims clinics, or if we're talking about stand downs or just general resource events, we've basically kept the same equivalent amount. But we have effectively, in this case, doubled the amount of events that we're conducting each quarter. That being said, when we started the intake program last quarter, we had 69 total veterans who used that service, which, as I've markedly said, 348 have used that service or intake process to basically use our commercial financial services, or VSO services, or just general referral services. And that being said, just kind of like emphasize this too. So total interaction of veterans, just to clarify what that means, that's just the number of veterans that have attended events that we've been at, number of office hours and so on. That's just may not have used our services, but we interacted with. We went from 270 in the last quarter to 809 this quarter. So we've increased across all the boards in regards to the events we've attended, number of people using our intake system, the number of veterans that we're interacting with directly. And that's not just with the outreach team, that's with our VSOs as well. So this is just a map distribution of all the events that we've attended. Previously in Q2, you can see that we're kind of somewhat scattered across Cook County and outside of Cook County. If you look to the right side, we have markedly increased our outreach efforts, and we've been focusing a lot more just as well in the city as well as on the south side, which what we've seen, at least in the data metrics, is that these are significantly underserved communities, which we've markedly used that, and we've been targeting them directly through office hours or through events in general. But as it is, it's one of the reasons that we've seen this marketed uptick, at least in the services, and from what we've at least shown with the clients and everything else. Now, this is just for your own use. I'm not going to go through each individual one, but if you do want to look back at the number of events that we've attended, we have them all listed here: location, date, and time, and last but not least, the single one here at this point. But to that, you can look back and see what events that we've attended to for your own use. Now, I'm going to go over the fourth quarter goals again very briefly. Just to say, right now we have either conducted or are about to plan to conduct at least 89 events for the fourth quarter, at least through our calendar right now. That may vary depending on cancellations and everything else, but that's what we have locked in at least right now for the calendar. Moving down, we do have Vet Talks events, which are basically VSO events which brief on the more or less the benefits and services that you can use with the VA from our VSO officers. We have them already scheduled out for this quarter. We also have VA housing education events or education seminars planned out with the commissioner's offices, which basically brief veterans on at least the housing loan process. We are also going to update our veteran resource guide, which many of you guys have also pulled off of the table there. So you might be aware the VA is going through a lot of changes. We're going to have to update a lot of information on that aspect, and then tweak a couple things here and there just for at least quality, right? As it is, we're going to be expecting to try and at least on a minimum update it every year, but as we kind of go through the quarter, there might be some more changes as we go forward. We are also going to be creating and publishing a partner resource booklet. So this is more or less a collection of all the different partners that we work with out here in Cook County, making it into at least a singular booklet that anyone can pick up, or any of our VSOs or outreach personnel can use in the field to be able to connect veterans with resources that we may not provide. So we have an excellent, robust EFS program, our Commercial Financial Services program. Same thing with great quality VSOs, but that doesn't mean we help with mental health resources. That doesn't mean that we help with car repair. But there are programs and partners that do that out here in Cook County. That being said too, we're also going to continue expanding office hours out into more districts, wards, and municipalities. We are going to be adjusting the program as we go, seeing what works and what doesn't work. Obviously keeping everyone abreast on that process. But with that, we are anticipating to expand it as we get more personnel. All right, and then just to kind of close it out, as Elizabeth mentioned, we do have the Senior Veteran Community Leadership Program here present. They are one of the ones that we're going to be partnering with to bring out basic services that I'll let them explain in this case. So, Ben, can you please come up?
Hello everyone, my name is Ryan Harris. Can you hear me clearly? No. You can't? Can you hear me now? Roger Harris, Ryan Harris. I am the Executive Director of Tomorrow Starts Today. We are a technology program. We're going to do literacy for the veterans, digital literacy for the veterans. The program started off with my son who wanted to be a hacker. That's a lot of stuff. I did not want to teach him how to do that, so I taught him how to build computers instead, because he has to know what he's hacking into. Then my aunt, as family members do. She made a suggestion to me about her generation being left behind when it came to technology. So everything goes towards apps, everything goes towards the computer, and my aunt cannot do anything. So I'm like, you know what, if I'm helping my aunt, why don't I help other people? Other people, more people like me, veterans, and well, basically the elderly. Now, next slide, we're gonna hand it off to the board chair.
I'm sorry, Brian, you just hit the arrow to the right. Okay,
I thought somebody was.
Yeah.
Okay. That was my intro. I'm not gonna bore you all again, I'm just gonna go to the next one.
Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
My name is Tony Romano, currently serving as the board chair for Tomorrow Starts Today. First of all, as probably the only civilian in this room, let me just say thank you for your service. We've noticed that there's a digital literacy gap in some of our more mature individuals. Many veterans, thank you. Many veterans struggle with VA.gov and telehealth and hit dead ends. We break these tasks into simple, repeatable steps so they know how to use these applications and build experience and confidence that they'd be able to do it on their own if they're not initially. Technology solutions sometimes frustrate older people. So our curriculum addresses when devices don't work. It's tempting to stop trying. People get frustrated. It can leave veterans cut off from the resources in their community that they might normally be able to address were they skilled in this area. Our program creates a supportive space where they work through their frustrations together and turning stress into more of a shared progress experience. Family and friends are more connected than ever before through digital platforms. Milestones, photos, and even VA updates are shared online. We show veterans how to join those conversations with the same tools that families already use. So they're part of the moments that matter instead of feeling left out. Digital learning. These skills are imperative in this community. Each lesson builds on the last, turning small wins into lasting skills, learning to shoulder and with other veterans create experiences of confidence and camaraderie that carries into the digital world. And lastly, our mission. Our mission is to equip veterans with the digital skills and confidence to access benefits, stay connected with family and friends, and maintain the bonds of the veteran community in today's digital world.
So I don't know how many of you all are familiar with this site, but just by a show of hands, how many of you have actually either accessed the website or the app? Website outside of the VA workers, let me repeat. So for my veterans, this is the website. And a lot of you all have not accessed it or worked it, and that's what we're trying to fix. We're trying to help you navigate through the website. This is the phone app. A lot of people haven't even used it. According to Google, there are 17 million veterans in America, rough estimate. And out of 17 million, they only have 1 million downloads for the app. So this is a critical time, and it's a critical need. As we know, the VA also invests a lot of money into technology. But what's the point of having the technology if our community is not fully using it? Another thing, we will be partnering with the VSOs because technically we cannot go through your things. We would just give you a basic outline on how to sign up. If you don't know how to create an email, we'll help you create an email, all of the basic things. Also, we will help you with things when it comes towards working with the VACCC. I always lose the third, I say VA in 3 C's because I always get the third C. That way you all will be able to get the help that you need when you need it, and it won't be so frustrating dealing with it in the future and saving your records. There's a lot of things that we're going to cover as tomorrow starts today. Let me pass it on.
So family and social media. Staying connected with family and friends is as easy as it's ever been for those who understand how to take advantage of the exposure of social media. Much of family life now happens online. We show veterans how to use social media and messaging to share in updates and stay close to the people who matter most. Keeping bonds strong when the distance makes it harder to be in person. We also will show you how to share your moments without oversharing. There's a tremendous amount of vulnerability that exists in our more mature community's use of social media, and we're going to try and narrow that so that you're aware, or they're aware, forgive me, of what to do that's safe and what's not. Sharing photos or updates, keeping personal data and details private. Striking a balance between connection and safety. And in addition to that, every platform has privacy tools, but they're often buried. And we guide veterans step by step in adjusting these settings so they know who can see their posts, who can contact them, and how to protect their information. Also, social media can be used to strengthen camaraderie, expand connections within the local group. It's not just for entertainment. We show how it can extend the support veterans give each other into the digital space, a way to encourage, check in, and maintain the sense of camaraderie no matter where they are. And lastly, to discover new ways to participate in local posts or community activities online. From live stream events, like this one, to online groups, which many activities happen digitally. We help veterans follow and join these communities so they can stay in the loop, take part, and even when they can't attend in person, there's still a presence.
So this is the final slide. This is the end of our introduction to you all. We look forward to working with you all. As you can see, typical OPSET, Operation Security, you all are used to it. You understand it. All I have to do is say the term, and you got it. So we'll stay here, and if you have any questions for us after the meeting, we'll gladly answer any and everything we can. Thank you for your time.
So one caveat that tomorrow starts today left out is that this room, our membership is going to have the exclusivity of being able to work with this new program that we're going to highlight at our office. So if anyone is interested, please connect with Connor. There's a QR code to sign up. You will have first dibs on accessing the computer literacy through this program. It's completely free. There's going to be some good surprises with the program. Great information will be shared, and it will be hosted at our VACCC office. So hopefully you can join. So in closing, FY26 represents an exciting opportunity for the VACCC to continue to grow and build on our historic progress. With the support of Cook County, our membership, and the dedication of our staff, we are well positioned to continue to expand services, meet the growing needs of our veterans, and demonstrate the impact of our work. By strategically utilizing our resources, we can set a new standard of service, strengthening our community, and ensure that every veteran across Cook County receives comprehensive services and assistance. Together, we are not just managing a budget. We are making a difference in the lives of each and every Cook County veteran and their family, and we're doing it together. With that, I thank you for your time. I thank everyone again for your attendance, and that is our report.
Okay, outstanding report, Superintendent Soto. I will now entertain a motion to approve Superintendent's report.
So moved.
Okay, Dutch, do I have a second?
I make a second.
Kevin? Okay, it's been moved and seconded to approve the superintendent's report. Is there any discussion?
I was gonna ask a question, but I'll ask you.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so if there's no further discussion, we'll proceed to the vote. All those in favor say yay.
Yay.
All those opposed? Nay. I didn't say nay, I was just saying. And any abstentions? Okay, the motion carries. Superintendent report is approved. Now moving on, we're going to bylaws committee. At this time, there is no chair for the bylaws committee. I want to put this information out to everybody. We're looking for volunteers. So if you're interested in working on this committee, please see me afterwards so that we could, start getting things going.
I'll volunteer as chair.
You'll volunteer?
Chair.
Okay, you'll volunteer as chair? Thank you.
I've been volunteer, so.
Okay. Okay, good to go. We got three. If anybody else wants to be on it.
I'll be on it.
Okay, good to go. 1, 2, 3. Who's back there?
That's Eva.
Eva Marie.
Eva Marie and George. Okay, George, Dutch, Grant.
Okay,
nice,
George. Committee, since we know who's on the committee, can we make it a goal that we get as much resolved that needs to be resolved if the attorney thinks that we can,
By next
to
meeting.
bring it to the next meeting so we can send out the notice of all the changes in advance according to bylaws, so that they all have previous notice, sufficient 5-day notice. And hopefully we'll rock and roll and get it all done.
Okay, good to go. Chair of the committee would like to get all these changes, amendments to the bylaws completed by next meeting so that we could vote on them. Okay, so get it done. Okay, moving on to budget. First Vice President, Bill Brown.
No report.
No report. No report. Going to services provided, same thing. We do not have a chair for services provided. Anyone interested in chairing services provided?
I will see if we can get Wayne for. Good.
Oh, services provided, basically all the services that we provide, veterans seeking assistance from the Veterans Assistance Commission. Whether it's housing or rental assistance. Yes? Okay, Eva and George, and excuse me, ma'am, what is your name?
Siobhan Woodard.
Siobhan? Woodard. Okay, there you go. Sure, are you signed in? I have trouble hearing.
I got her, yes.
Good to go. Yeah, come see us after this, and we'll write your name down for the Services Provided Committee. Okay, going on to unfinished business. First item on the agenda, membership nonprofit status. It's gonna remain tabled. We're gonna discuss it a little further during the executive board meeting and possibly bring it up to your attention at our next membership meeting. Second thing I want to talk about is our last membership meeting. We were discussing legal counsel present at all our meetings. Talking to counsel, I found out, it's already a expense that we planned for. I could talk to Elizabeth, our superintendent, about that. We're good to go. It already has been planned for. Since it's already been budgeted, I'm going to move forward with having the legal representation here. Yes, Doug?
I think the question was, it was decided that the president can ask for counsel to be present. So we didn't need a vote for that, but I think there was a lot of curiosity about what the cost was, which is a good question from our membership. I think Josh Herman is probably the best attorney in the state for what we need, and I think it'd be interesting just to tell them what you think the cost might be, Council.
Per meeting.
Which is fine.
Depends how long they're gonna go, but I believe it's gonna be somewhere between 1,200 to 1,500 considering travel time in the meeting.
Yeah, I think that's very reasonable.
Yeah. And I honestly think that as we're growing exponentially, you know, a lot of eyes are gonna be on us. And I feel more comfortable as the president of the Veterans Assistance Commission with having legal counsel present so that we know we are in line and nothing we do can be questioned. In the back.
Is that 1,200 to 1,500 per meeting or for the year?
Per meeting. Per meeting.
Per meeting.
Per meeting.
Okay.
Good to go. Yeah, so if anybody here, you know, has any other questions, wants to discuss this further, feel free to, you know, speak up at this time. More than willing to hear anybody out. Art?
I think it's a good idea to have a lawyer here watching us to make sure we're doing things the right way.
Thank you very much, Art. I appreciate it. Anybody else?
Todd, I signed you in.
Okay, moving on. New business. Okay, so we have a vacancy on the at-large board members. I temporarily assigned Rand Tyner, and I really want to get this settled by close of business today. Yes.
I would like to nominate Rand Tyner for the position, which will last until our March meeting.
Yes.
Motion open nomination.
Yes. No, I know. Nominations are now open for the position of at-large board members.
So moved.
Okay.
I said. Used.
Okay, so we have Dutch nominating Rand.
I'll second
You seconded it.
We should have.
Yeah, anybody else?
Okay, Rand has been nominated. Are there any further nominations? George?
Who?
Eva. Do we have a second? Was that Kermit?
Yes, sir.
Good to go. Thank you. Are there any further nominations? As you were, Eva has been nominated. Just had to fix that. Are there any further nominations? Are there any further nominations?
I have an election slip there.
Motion to close the nominations first.
Okay, hearing none, nominations are closed. Okay, so since we have two nominees will now proceed to a voice vote.
Before we vote, I don't know who Eva is. I'd like her to introduce herself so we know who she is.
She's our district
Okay, good to
commander.
go. As you were, yes, I will.
Oh, that Eva. Okay, I didn't have a last name. Now I know who you are. Okay.
You know,
I mean, either one can give a little speech.
with that being said, yes, I will afford each nominee to come to the podium and introduce themselves. Please.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Eva Marie Duff. I am the VFW 4th District Commander. I've been working and helping veterans since 2018 actively. I've done a lot for women veterans, and I just want to help the VAC any way possible. Thank you.
we hear from Rand?
Yeah, he's getting up.
I'm making my way there. I don't know why I need a microphone. I spent 20 years in the Marine Corps, so so I'm Rand Tyner. I've been part of the VAC now since 2021.
Yeah.
Retired Marine veteran. Just left the Attorney General's office where I was working in the Military and Veterans Rights Bureau for 5 years plus. Author of the current version of the Military Veterans Assistance Act. So I feel like I have a pretty good grip on that. Other than that, just happy to be here, happy to serve. I live in Cook County, so this is my VAC. I just want to continue giving back for everything that I've gotten out of my service to our country and to our community. That's it.
Okay, so since this is gonna be election, we'll be proceeding to a raise up hand vote. You know, those with those hands wins.
Now we could go by the roll too, I have here.
And if it's unclear, we'll go to roll call.
Just remember, you have to be a delegate or an alternate, and only one for one organization. Okay, so if you have a delegate and you have an alternate here, only one hand should go up.
Do you want to just do the roll call vote? So we don't.
We could do that, okay?
Okay.
All right, I've got, who's here? American Legion Post 36.
No.
Who are you voting for? Rand or Eva?
Eva.
American Legion Post 87.
Rand.
American Legion Post 104.
Eva.
American Legion Post 183.
Eva.
American Legion Post 208.
Rand.
American Legion Post 216.
Eva.
American Legion Post 335.
Eva.
American Legion Post 525.
Eva.
American Legion Post 758.
Rand.
American Legion Post 806.
Eva.
American Legion Post 888.
Rand.
Excuse me.
American Legion Post 943.
Excuse
Judge.
me. On post 820 now for American Legion.
I'm sorry. 829?
Correct.
Okay, sorry.
Eva.
I am sorry.
Another point.
I didn't have you sign in, that's why.
Oh.
Okay.
And there's another post in the back as well. American Legion post 478.
178?
478.
Oh, 478. Okay, you weren't signed in either.
Rand.
Okay. See, if you're not signed in, I can't tell. Thank you. We're gonna go now, I believe. Did we go 806 yet? Okay, wait, 888. Okay. American Legion Post 943.
Excuse me, we don't have a delegate right now. Our delegate that was.
You're still a delegate.
Huh?
You're still the delegate. It's never been changed.
Oh, okay, because, you know, our Adam DeGoon, you know, he's kind of less.
But you are still a delegate.
Okay.
Yeah, well, you got to vote. Eva or Rand?
Eva.
Oh, George, I'll get you on it. Okay, thank you. American Legion Post 974.
Eva.
American Legion Post 1941.
Rand.
American Legion Post 1983.
Eva.
AMVETS Post 66.
Rand.
American AMVETS Post 268.
Rand.
Glad I printed these out. Okay, DAV Chapter 33.
Eva.
Marine Corps League 553.
Myself.
Yeah. Okay. Marine Corps League 1408.
Eva.
I'm going to sign you in too, George. PBA chapter.
Rand.
VFW Post 311. VFW Post 981.
Eva.
VFW Post 1337. I'm going to vote for Rand. VFW Post 2202.
Eva.
VFW Post 2868.
Eva.
VFW Post 3579.
Rand.
VFW Post 5151.
Eva.
VFW Post 5979.
Eva.
VFW Post 7186.
Rand.
VFW Post 8322.
Eva.
VFW Post 9284.
Eva.
VFW Post 10778. Chuck,
Yes, what?
you got a vote?
Here we go.
Huh?
Oh, for the,
Yeah, Rand or Eva? DBA Chapter 242.
Eva.
Well, I don't have to count them out. Eva is the winner. Congratulations. Huh?
Should put it on the record. Like official.
Okay, you want me to count them up?
No, we haven't, well, we haven't so far, but we haven't done it yet, have we? Oh.
I've got all checked out.
Have you finished?
Yeah, we're all
Oh,
finished.
okay.
We are all finished. Okay, Ram, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14. 22, 14 to 22.
Okay, the vote was 14 Eva, or 22 Eva, 14 Rand. Just so you know, Rand, I still got you down for the committee. Congratulations, Eva.
Congratulations, Eva.
Okay, so yeah, just make it official. Smack the gavel.
yeah, that's what she is saying.
Okay, now for good of the order. Anybody got good for the order?
Yes.
Yes, Pizzazz in VFW 8322. Homeless Veterans Chairman for the Department of Illinois Veterans of Foreign Wars. Just want to let everybody know there's a stand down coming up at the Northwest Armory, 1553 North Kedzie Avenue in Humboldt Park. The stand down's for any veteran that wants to attend. We used to call it a homeless veteran stand down. Some people want to say a hand up or needy vets. It's for everybody. It's going to be on, the actual stand down will be Friday, November 14th. We're going to start letting the veterans in about 08:30 in the morning. Let's do it about a half hour later. I'm sure they'll be lining up earlier. The setup date will be the day before, Thursday, November 15th, or 13th, I'm sorry. And the trucks will probably start coming in about 0800, 0830. On Friday morning, I'll be there at 0600 to get the food and coffee and stuff going. 1553 North Kedzie Avenue, Kedzie and North Avenue, Northwest Army. Can't miss it, it's right on the southeast corner. So we're looking for people to come, folks to come and help out. If you have any clothes, slightly used, soft clothing, please bring it with. We have jobs for everybody. If you can't stand up, we got a job for you sitting down, put comfort bags together. We're going to be serving food. We will feed you on Thursday on the setup day. Friday, I can't guarantee it. If you're going to come, bring a sandwich. But we'll have coffee and juice and water and stuff like that for you, and some snacks. So, yes.
Double check the time. You started at 8:30. What's the end time?
Until we're done.
Oh. What's your estimate of the end time?
1400, 1500. It all depends on how fast the vets get through there. You know, we've been doing this 30-something years. I've been feeding homeless vets since 1975, since the qualified now. So, but we want to get them all through, and there's going to be resources for the vets there, for housing, food assistance, all kinds of different stuff. I brought up to Connor earlier, make sure the VACCC is represented. They have BSOs there. We have haircuts, all kinds of stuff. We're going to feed them fresh clothing, winter gear, because it's going to be getting cold, start pretty soon. So you can go on the website, just put down ChicagoStandDown.com, it'll pop up. If not, contact the vet center, Forest Park Vet Center up on Harlem Avenue across from the old Berwyn VFW. Any questions? I'll be around after the meeting. Thank you.
Post number.
My post 8322.
Thank you.
Pizzazz and Delegate. Thank you.
Anyone else have something good for the order? Robert?
Yeah, real quick, Second Vice President Dutch, the group, put out an email asking for input regarding taking over responsibilities and developing our SOP. An SOP or guidelines, if you want to call them that, was developed, the rough draft, I take it. And I talked with him on an email, and I made mention that I think that the organization should consider adding to the list of board members a non-voting member and call that position membership director. He actually liked the idea. I also thought of it, and I thought that there's so much work involved that we might want to make it a committee, a membership committee, and have the director chair of that committee. So that will be probably part of our discussion in the bylaw committee.
The e-board meeting and the e-board.
If anybody has any input on that, I'd like to hear from you right now before we move into the next item. No input, okay. Mr. President.
Yeah, I got a couple of things.
Okay, go on, Dutch.
I'm going to go a little bit out of my order here, but we do have our first board meeting, Eva. It'll be the 30th. They'll be at Post 36 in Des Plaines at 18:30 hours. Again, just like anything else, we have to have a quorum. They have a meeting. It's still a governmental body. We have the possibility of getting an office at Jesse Brown VA for our BSOs, and I have to thank our staff for bringing it to our attention, so we're gonna be working with that. We're talking, we'll be talking to VA soon, and we've had some help from the inside there, so that's a big thing if we can get an office space there. October is our budget meeting down at Cook County. I usually attend, and a lot of us attend every year. Nothing says cooperation with the county and us when we go there and we fill the room with a bunch of hats. We will be sending that out via email. It's during the day. Usually a bunch of us take the train down there. We stop, we got a little place for Italian beef. We stop on the way, it's pretty nice. And then we go in there and we testify and we show our solidarity to the county. And it's been very beneficial. They've been very good to us, but your presence there, just sitting there for that hour or so, means a massive difference. Okay? So, and I thank all of you that have been going in the past. So you will see an email like that. Show up, take the train down there. We'll show you the beef place too.
What's the date?
We don't have the date yet. Okay, it has to come up. And then the next thing is, I'm going to announce this, is I think we have a presentation of award, don't we?
Yes.
So I would, John Statue, John, we need you up here. And this came from our membership, that we wanted to recognize you tonight, John, for all this stuff you've been doing. But I'll let Elizabeth probably announce the award, and Frank, for all you've done for us for all these years, buddy.
Thank you.
Okay, so the plaque reads, in recognition for your dedicated service to the Veterans Assistance Commission of Cook County, your leadership and guidance as past commander, interim superintendent, and bylaws chairs has left a lasting legacy that will continue to inspire those who will follow in your footsteps. With deep appreciation, we honor your many years of service. Thank you very much, John. And just so you know, we wouldn't be here today without men like John.
Elizabeth, do you want to say something?
Thank you.
Want to say a word?
You should.
Would you like to say a word?
Yeah. Let Liz say something too.
When I first came in and was thrust into the VAC, it was a mess, a real mess. People sniping at you from all directions. I know that most of the time I felt like Wile E. Coyote, just hanging on, you know, waiting for that Acme anvil to fall down. But we kept it going for a while, and then thanks to Dutch, I got to talking with him and told him what we were all about, and he says, "I'll get you some numbers." And next thing you know, there's a bunch of people, and you know it made a real big difference, big difference. So, hey, when I first came in, my God, the superintendent's office, you couldn't walk in. I mean, it was just loaded with boxes. The superintendent that was there, I mean, it was just a little path that you could make it to the desk, to the front. So it's come a long way. I mean, I look around and I see, you know, the budgets in the millions of dollars now. The first budget they gave me was a little over 30,000 or 300,000, and that was supposed to be for buy your own supplies and do everything else with it. So, I mean, that first year I was fighting, at least we got it up to 480,000. So, you know, we were able to help people. Because otherwise, you know, with what they wanted to give us, wouldn't have been able to do a thing. And I know that, you know, Superintendent Soto was there in the very beginning too.
So, you know, she could tell you a little bit about it also. I mean, the people that were in there, amazing. I mean, they were yelling and, you know, F you back and forth while veterans were there. You know, veterans and the families were there, and it was not nice, pretty horrible. So, and to look at all of this now, you know, it's very, very, very gratifying. You know, it's come a long way, and proud to have been a small part of it in the beginning. So thank you very much.
Great job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Leave the mic, John.
Leave the mic with Uncle Dutch.
Thanks again.
Thank you,
Superintendent, you have anything to say? You went through the war too.
You know one does.
Go there.
I didn't want to say anything. I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want this to happen. It's very seldom that I get emotional about anything really. But honestly, John's statue laid the foundation so that our organization could be here today. Had it not been for John and the team that was there, I'm confident that we would not be here today. And it's because of you, John, that I'm proud to stand here. That our veteran community is here recognizing you. They couldn't be more grateful for veterans like you. Just reinforcing everything that we're doing, reaffirming why we come here, why we take hours out of our day to make sure that we're here for our veteran community. Because people like you who give us that empowerment and courage to stand up for our veterans. And I hate that I'm getting emotional. I didn't have anything planned. I've known John for well over a decade now, and just to see where we've come, honestly, if it wasn't for you, John, we, the Veterans Assistance Commission of Cook County, have everything because of you. And I thank you, and I couldn't thank you. I don't have as much gratitude I couldn't have any more gratitude to show you. So I appreciate you. You are deserving of this award and much more. And if you weren't there 10 years ago, just know this is in existence now because of John's statue and the amazing team that we had back then. And we're only growing because he was able to lay that platform. So I thank you, John. Thank you so much.
No. If anybody else would like to speak?
Yeah, I got something. All right, so I would really like to invite every single veteran, caregiver, survivor, if you guys need any assistance with your VA claim, please reach out to us, or we will probably send out our contact information with our cards. There's too many of you guys that are underrated, that have been denied in the past, and I just want you guys to know that Derek and I will fight for you to get the benefits that you guys have all earned and deserve, and that's what we're here to do, all right? So thank you so much.
Anyone else for good of the order?
Todd Moore, DAB 33. quick point on the emails that come out. In my email box, it came from info, which to me looks like spam. So is there a way that it can come to us from the VAC? Because I almost didn't read them.
I can do that. That's me, Todd. That's me. Sometimes I don't put Dutch because I feel who wants to hear it from Dutch. So, but I'll make sure I don't do that. That's me.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah.
And also, if I have further questions for the superintendent's report, is that during the executive session or during this one?
Well, if you have a point, I think this is a good time to make it.
Okay, I have a few questions then. The VSOs, what is their caseload? How many packages or veterans did we service from the VSO point for asking for benefits or putting in benefits? I haven't seen that in any of the presentations.
So actually, I can go back to Connor's part of the presentation. So
I mean specifically for benefits.
correct, specifically for VA claims assistance, correct?
Yeah.
Give me just one moment. We'll back it up here. Okay, so we did mention that the VSO department will not be officially reporting until October at the Cook County budget meeting. However, Connor did briefly touch on it that we specifically received over 400 requests from our QR code specifically and only for VA benefits, VA claims assistance in the past 3 months alone.
You received 400 requests in the past quarter?
So a total of 448 requests in total.
How many did we process?
So unfortunately, we're not going to be providing the numbers today. The report wasn't completed. Unfortunately, the VSOs had training, so they were
How hard is it to add up the number?
They were out of the office for a week.
I mean, this doesn't seem very transparent to me, and I'm hearing at least one other person asking the same questions. So why are we waiting so long to get that information?
So, give me one moment.
I mean, if we're looking to hire 17 PSOs, we probably need to know how many cases we're putting through, what the caseload looks like for each of our current PSOs.
Sure. Give me one moment. Again, unfortunately, our VSO department is not prepared to report today. However, we do have the data, so if you would like us to provide that information, we most definitely can. We can follow up as well to the entire commission to provide that data in preparation for our Cook County budget meeting. So,
yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Grant Jacobson, Deputy Superintendent for this great, wonderful Veterans Assistance Commission. So, in this quarter, power of attorneys completed we're up 78%. In June, there was 37, July, 31, August, 66. Intent to files, I could go through the list, I'll read the totals. Total filing for June was 55 claims filed in July, 91, in August, 166 claims. We have a total increase of 202% increase in claims. For pre-VSO productivity, power of attorneys, I could actually, what I'll do is I'll email this out to everybody for your own purview. Right now, we are in the running for the top echelons for VSOs and claims submitted. As it stands right now, the average claim for a VSO is 15. Sorry, it's under 15. We are matching 15 per VSO per month on average, which is above NAC VSO standards, which is what we go off of for all of our training and all of our directions. As far as why we didn't brief it today, the superintendent hit it on the head. If there are any more questions, I'll be glad to ask or answer.
That's super helpful information. I think that's great for us to be able to know. Are we going to, you mentioned that we've got like 1.5 million left in our budget for the next 2 months. What? 1.1. Okay, 1.1. Are we on track to expend all that money, like the emergency services money, or are we gonna have money left over?
So as far as emergency services, we are on track to expend that line item. However, we will be left with a balance. I don't know if everyone remembers, but in the first quarter, I mean, it took us quite some time to understand the process in which we were able to hire was very restricted by Cook County. So that really put us behind the curve. We started off with three total staff in the entire organization, assisting well above the average rate of veterans throughout the county. And so with one of our staff members, it took us over a year. It took us over 12 months just to get him onboarded. So that put us really behind. It was unfortunate that we couldn't focus on outreach or VSO claims work or provide additional services. You know, it wasn't going to happen with 3 people. We were able to get 5 people. It wasn't going to happen with 5 people. We have 10 people now, and we have 141,000 veterans. That really put us behind. Unfortunately, we were just not at capacity to be able to spend that money. Had we been given the resources and tools and the support from Cook County initially like we have now, we would have been at mark, if not exceeded. But we are on track at least to expend the line item for our direct services. So everything else would be a caveat to our salaries. Unfortunately, we could not fully staff, so that line item is not going to be fulfilled, again, with other areas. So as much as we're going to try, our focus is going to still be on the direct services, which we should complete at the rate that we're going with, again, a staff of only 10. So.
Thank you. The point I'm getting at here is, in order to get more money from the county, we need to show the data.
Absolutely.
We need to show them, because full disclosure, I work for the county. I work with Cook County Veterans Affairs very closely. If we want the money, we have to show the data. Had we come and said, this was our caseload, this is how many cases we're processing, we need this many VSOs because we're processing all these cases. Hey, we're on track to expend this money. This is why we need new money, because during this year, we ramped up 200% or whatever it was. That is what's going to get us the money from the county. When we go, hey, we want $5 million. County's gonna go, what the hell you need $5 million for? Show us the data. That's why I'm asking these questions.
No, absolutely. And just for your oversight, we don't just go and ask for $5 million, right? We do have a conversation, a negotiation back and forth with the county. So we did meet with the Cook County Budget Department specifically to speak about our budget. We presented to them. We sent out a booklet to every member of our total overview, like exactly what we were asking for, why we were asking for, the data, the reasons behind the justifications for the exact amount that we were asking for that funding. Unfortunately, again, we were hindered in our progress to be able to complete everything that we wanted to complete this year, mainly because of staffing, just other resources, adapting to the county processes. A lot of that put us behind where we could not fulfill our commitments to capacity because we didn't understand processes. Processes were changing within the county. The county has, although there were hindrances, they are working with us. As I reported, they are now supporting us. And even though they're aware that we are not going to expend that total $1.1 to $1.5 million that we will have in our remaining balance at the end of the year, they're still willing to give us an extra $630,000 to understand, to support the VSO initiative. And we are going to have another opportunity in October between the 27th and the 31st, which again has not been confirmed, but you'll be made aware, to express and fully inform the Cook County commissioners, the entire Cook County team that ultimately approves the budget that they're going to provide us with all of the data at that point. So it's not just a matter of us walking in and saying, hey, we just randomly need 5.5, no explanation. It's not like that. I don't want that to be perceived as such. We go in there with a comprehensive overview of exactly what we're asking for, and although that report was not afforded to you today, it will be afforded to the entire county along with every member at that time. So we'll go in there with a comprehensive report and request.
My point is they want the data.
Understood.
I mean, the finance folks and the controller, they want the data. If we can show them the data, we can say, this was our caseload. we need the 17 VSOs, or we need this many VSOs. That is the point.
They've consistently been given the data.
I'm sorry?
They've been given the
They
data.
haven't. I'm on the other end of this. They haven't.
As far as the VSO data, they have not, but we just onboarded the 2 VSOs, so like we've just compiled this data from the past 3 months. We don't necessarily have a stance. I understand where you're coming from. It's important to be transparent about exactly what we're asking for. We have to show it, and we will. It would have been shown today, it would have been shown 7 months ago if we were afforded that opportunity to onboard at an earlier point in time. We would have had the numbers, and maybe it's a bit different, but still understand, even with just the projections that we've issued to the budget director, they have an understanding and are giving us that leeway to still provide us a bit more. Not the $5 million that we asked for, but we understand we didn't expend it. We have to show justification. We're gonna use this next year. We're gonna use the remainder of this year with our VSOs now and the entirety of next year to show that justification and bring that data quarter after quarter to let everyone know in FY27 if there is a need to increase our budget specifically for what we're bringing back into the county through our VSO program and our outreach team.
Would the data be more relevant on a monthly basis rather than a quarterly basis? So show a better trend?
Well, we break it down month to month, and then the commission has requested to meet quarterly, as well as the Cook County Commissioner of Veterans Committee. So we meet quarterly, but it is broken down month by month.
By month, right?
So 2 more quick questions then. So for my information, how is a VSO certified? And are there different certification levels for a VSO as to what they can do?
Yes, absolutely. So I would like to have the subject matter expert speak on. Derek, I don't know if you want to have a word on this as well about accreditation.
Well, there is the accreditation process that any VSO goes through so that they are registered with the Office of General Counsel, so that there is accountability in terms of, if they do their job or not. You can go to the OGC's website and type in their accreditation number to see who they're accredited with. NAC VSO has a couple different levels of Veteran Service Officer. There's the first level, which is CVA, or Certified Veterans Advocate. There is also, I forget the acronym, but there is a level of VSO with NAC VSO that specializes in arguing appeals at the Board of Veterans Appeals. So I don't remember the full question. Could you?
So I guess the base of the question is, you've got a VSO. Are all certified VSOs able to submit the paperwork for a veteran, or can some VSOs only intake the paperwork and then somebody has to submit it to the VA?
In our current situation, I'm the only one who's accredited. Justina has, worked within the Department of Veterans Affairs for many years at a supervisory level, but she's not accredited yet. Probably in the next month or two she will, and then she would have full access to VBMS and other VA systems that allow us to submit and track claims. But as it stands now, Justina is working through me. I have to go in and look at every single file that she's working with to give her status updates, to verify that the material has made it into the claims folder, to verify that exams have been requested, interpret development letters and all of that. So we're kind of hamstrung in our operations since I'm the only one with access to VA systems currently. So I have to sign every claim, I have to review every claim, until we have a cadre of VSOs who are all accredited and all have access to VBA systems, we're going to be hamstrung on the productivity that we feel that we're capable of.
And that's part of the reason why I asked the question, is because everything's having to come through you, through one person. So the more we have accredited through the VA, right? Being able to go on the VA website, type somebody's name in, their name comes up, they're accredited with the VA, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was trying to get at. Final question is, Cook County VA is holding this benefits fair on October 11th. We were supposed to be there, and now we're not going to be there. Why is that?
So I can answer that question. So again, you heard that we have one VSO right now with access to VA. Although I am also accredited, I would too have to provide my VSO claims through Derek. We have an outreach team that is rather small as well and has honestly overcommitted to many of their events. We have several, I mean, how many events did we have in total this?
For projected for this quarter, about 80.
No, that we performed.
Oh, it's performed, be 61 for this.
61 events between 4 people. I remember doing events myself as one person and getting burned out. And unfortunately, we have to restructure. So what we're doing for October is on September 30th, we are getting a comprehensive, excuse me, training session that's going to last from the 30th to the 1st. We're going to develop a new strategic plan, and it's going to entail us actually shutting down all of our outreach for 2 weeks, and we're removing all of the weekend events. And unfortunately, your event was on a weekend, I believe. So it had anyone's event that was scheduled on a weekend, which not just yours, but the Cook County Commissioners, the Aldermanic Wards.
5 in total.
5 in total we had to cancel specifically for the weekend, so that we could perform our restructure. I mentioned that we were going to consolidate the VSO program along with the outreach program, and so that this doesn't happen while we're continuously separated because we have to go to these events. Unfortunately, October, we just decided before we onboard, because we still have 2 VSOs in preparation to onboard, we wanted to make sure that the VSO team and the outreach team, they had a smooth transition, and that consolidation is just going to take time for myself, the deputy superintendent, the managers, to collectively work together, not just receive our training, but then also put our own strategic plan in place. And so we just made the decision to cut all outreach for 2 weeks, and then cut all outreach for the weekend. So unfortunately, if your event was stricken from that, it was happenstance, along with everyone else, anyone else in the room. If your event was canceled, it was due to the fact that we are trying to reorganize, restructure, so we can come out strong and on board using the VSO. So that was the only reason.
That's completely understandable. There's another deeper point I'm getting to here.
Sure.
There has been historical friction between the VAC and Cook County VA. Lack of information adds to that friction, right? Or can add to that friction.
Okay.
If these things are happening, get it out to the organizations and say, here's what's happening. We're gonna have to cut these. We're getting our training in order. It helps with more information.
No, absolutely. So we had a timeline when we were actually going to do that. So you might know Tavetta speaks. She does the training for the county. She's just confirming our dates. So we were hoping that this upcoming week we'd be able to put that information out about cutting the programs. We specifically spoke with several of the events coordinators. I believe that we spoke with your team today.
Yeah, but it was a simple email. We can't come to your event.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't
I
see
then
the email.
asked why and didn't get a response. I'm just saying, more information is better.
No,
It really
absolutely.
is.
It was just a timeline. So again, I don't know if you feel that there's friction or if your team feels that there's friction, but from my understanding, we've been in communication. Or at least not myself, but our team has been in
I'm saying
communication.
there's historical friction.
Oh, yeah, but I don't want that to be misconstrued that they're still ongoing. Like, from my understanding, we're good to go. Like, I may not speak to, Eric and Vanessa every day, but I believe that there's communication between the teams. So I feel that we're good to go unless they're
In
trying
this
to tell
particular
us.
case, more information would have been better.
I do apologize. We were scrambling. There were a lot of veterans that we had to take care of today. All hands were on deck. So if you received a response that may have seemed like very succinct, I do apologize on behalf of whoever sent it, but there was no hidden agenda or anything behind that. I know that we've also been in communication with trying to connect even more so by putting the Cook County VA inside of our outreach book. So, I mean, like we are working
on that. So I'm not here to start a fight or anything. I'm here to give you guys information from my point of view and what can help.
No, I understand that. As far as the last director, Deanna Love, she's a good friend of mine. We've been friends for over 10 years already. And I made sure that there was no friction between the executive board membership and her office. Eric, as far as you and I are involved, we're good, right? Yeah, so I don't really see friction.
Historical.
Yes, historical. I just want to focus on today.
I'm not saying, so he was saying historic, like what we've done, and thank you, Todd, for those questions, is that since we've been here while we're here, and we want to make sure that you all see that we're present, like when I put the thing for the Brookfield, I tagged you on LinkedIn, it's like, I want to make sure Frank knows, they have the cell phone number, things like that. So no, the big thing is we want to make sure we're working together.
Yes, 100%.
And that we're, on the same page, and, because one thing I learned recently, I went to the NACDSO, I can't say the acronym right, but people look towards Cook County and Cook County veterans to be successful. All of our border counties around here, they lean into Cook County and use that to their advantage. But they also say, if Cook County is successful, how we serve our veterans, then everyone around us is going to benefit. Yeah, so that's the big thing. That's why, they were always going to be present. We're always going to make sure we're reaching out, doing things. And Todd is asking, the questions that we're going to ask all the time because we want to make sure we're working with you. And I completely understand that, you want to do restructure. I guess when we got it, it was kind of like, what's going on? Because we're trying to plan this event.
Sure.
But yeah, we'll talk after.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like we maybe not you and I, but our teams talk. I mean, I'm still waiting for our invitation to go out to lunch or breakfast. I mean, I just assumed that we were on par. So again, I don't want to give a perception that this administration or this executive board has any remnants of whatever happened historically. Unfortunately, it's a timing issue. And again, if there was some notion that we're not communicating with you, I was under the impression that we've communicated back and forth. Again, I'm still waiting for the invitation for you guys to come down and let's have breakfast. I just, I don't want that to be misconstrued.
So my point is, I can be a resource for this board. I am the Deputy Chief Administrative Officer for Cook County. Okay? I work directly with Veterans Affairs. I can bring information here that can help us there. So
thank you.
We have communication. I'm a 32-year Air Force vet. I want to help on both sides. I want CCVA to be successful. I want VAC to be successful. And we can work together. And we are working together. Yes, you guys are putting together the listing of all the organizations, the group we're looking at. So the information, I hope, flows.
Okay,
so that was the whole point of my questions.
And when we said Cook County in my part of the presentation, I mean, that encompassed Cook County Veterans Affairs. So like next time I'll be more explicit to say Cook County Budget Department, Cook County HR, Cook County Veterans Affairs. Like everyone at Cook County has been more supportive, including your department. So if it was unclear, you can see it here. I mean, we are gaining their support, and there is no.
So understand when your budget goes in, they ask me questions.
And then,
so,
sure.
As where's the data? So that's my whole point about the data. So I am here as a resource for you guys also.
So that's a really good point. So when they ask you, are you the final determination before then?
No,
so
absolutely not.
what percentage
I'm a SME for them.
Right, what percentage of influence does your point, whatever it is, have on whoever's asking you in the county is what
I don't know. They're just asking me for perspective, for information. And I'm a data guy. And I look at it and I go, I have no idea how many cases they process, so I don't know if they would need 17 new or 17 total VSOs.
So would this be like a follow-up question after we have our meeting? Because those questions could actually be directed back to us as well. And we could provide that data. Or you could ask that question to us so that we can provide it to you and you can provide it to them.
Yeah,
right?
we kind of give it to them. Have they not reached back out to you asking for that data?
No.
Okay. I'm happy to
See, there's a disconnect, right? So
I don't know what their process is as far as reaching out
Neither
to
do
you
we,
guys.
and that's why we would look
Nobody
to you.
does, unfortunately. But yes, I'm here to, when I say they're looking for the data, it's likely because they said, hey Todd, where's the data behind this?
Yeah, why aren't they just calling us?
I can't answer that question.
That's a good question to find out the answer.
But I'm gonna give them that feedback.
Yeah,
To simply
absolutely.
call you guys directly.
Because we have had a conversation like with Kanako. She will ask us back and forth, Caitlin. I know that the deputy superintendent has gone back and forth to provide specific details and data. But if they're still asking you after that, there's a lack of understanding or communication. So why is your office asking us then?
I will give that feedback to
Yeah,
Kanako.
that'd be good, because
Absolutely.
we didn't necessarily know it, so I appreciate that you brought up that point.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay. Anything else for good of the order? Do we have anything else for good of the order?
Yes.
Hey!
I just wanted to pass out some flyers on the Suicide Awareness and Prevention Month. I'd like to pass out some information flyers. We have the people that can come out to your VFWs or your American Legion posts and give a class on recognizing, helping veterans with suicide awareness. It's something we don't like to talk about, but something I gotta promote. So I can't pass them out to you guys individually, and but usually your people at the VA will supposed to have these out. Just information on trying to prevent suicide and recognizing symptoms. And a lot of us, like myself, have my problems. Sometimes I don't share my feelings, so this will help you when you go to the classes. That will help you, ask the right questions and how to ask the right questions. Because a lot of times I know some of us don't really want to, reach out to our buddies, besides having beer and all that. But sometimes a little bit deeper. So, and another thing that's really great is I like the fact that you guys are doing the online stuff. I'm doing that online, so that gets you guys going out. So you need to go out there, be among yourselves, go to your posts, and talk to each other. Right? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, George.
Yes. Okay, let's call for good of the order. Eva Marie.
I just have one quick announcement. On Thursday, September 25th from 4 to 6, I was just given this flyer at the Forest Park Vet Center on 1515 South Parliament Forest Park, which is across from the old Berwyn VFW. There's going to be a Women's Veterans Forum, and both the head of the Women's Clinic for Hines and Jesse Brown will be available. So if any women veterans want to come talk about positive things or negative things that you are experiencing in the VA, please come. That's all I got.
Thank you.
What was the date on that?
September 25th from 4 to 6 p.m. There will be light snacks, I was told.
Yes. Any more good of the order? If not, I'll be moving forward to discussing our next meeting. December 23rd, location is still...
No, I'm gonna say the 16th, we're gonna move that up. 23rd is right next to it.
Here we go.
Yeah.
December 16th is a good date.
Yeah.
December 16th.
Yeah. To be determined the
To be
location.
determined location, we'll give you guys further notice. At this time, do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second. All in favor, eh? Aye. Opposed? Any abstentions? Nope. That being said, meeting's adjourned. Yay.
Long one. Thank you for volunteering there.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah.